Hi everyone, this is Kristen with the Tech Reviewer. Picked up a pair of AirPods 3 and looking for an attractive, reasonably priced case for them. You might want to check out these options from ESR. So ESR has a number of different case options available. The ones we're going to be looking at today are the Bounce case. This one starts at $9.99 on Amazon. It's silicone on the exterior and you have a carabiner clip. And then you have the slightly more expensive HaloLock version, also has the carabiner clip, but this one also has the ability to attach magnetically to a charger. Definitely interesting cases to check out. Let's look at these in greater detail. Starting off here with the base model, the Bounce case. This is a silicone exterior with a polycarbonate interior. It's a two-piece case, so your top and bottom are going to be separate. You have a bit of flex to this, but it's relatively rigid. You do have a softer spot over here with only the silicone on the exterior without that polycarbonate on the interior, or at least it feels that way. This is over your pairing button, so you should be able to pair this when the case is on, which is good. Some cases don't allow for that. Obviously, we've got an opening here for charging, although this case is going to work with wireless charging. Doesn't have any magnets in it. We're going to see the magnets in this slightly fancier HaloLock version. So you have a removable carabiner clip. The loop here doesn't look the strongest. The carabiner clip looks fine, but this little attachment loop here does seem like the weak point. And then we've got a little tiny loop here where it attaches onto the case. Putting this on your AirPods 3 is a two-step process. First, you're going to need to put on the bottom section. Just push it on here. And then when you look at the lid, this one here starts from the back and then presses forward. Once on, we got a good fit on the device, although it did take me a couple of tries to get the top on straight. This opens up very smoothly. I think it looks really nice. Love this red color. Material has a nice amount of grip to it. Love that silicone, although it's definitely a lint magnet. We've got a little bit of ESR branding down here, but nothing terribly obtrusive. The carabiner works well, though I'm not crazy about this flimsy little metal ring here, which attaches it onto your AirPods. Going to the back here, you'll see that we do have a completely uncovered hinge area. I'm afraid that's kind of inevitable with this sort of a case design. If it was covered up, this wouldn't work. And you have full access to your pairing button because we've got that slightly softer material here. So you're able to press this and put this into pairing mode without any problems. And you got plenty of space here for your lightning cable if you want to charge it that way. Although, of course, this does support wireless charging. So you can use this with a regular Qi wireless charger, and you can also use it with a MagSafe charger. You don't have any magnets in here, but this will work with a MagSafe charger. This material is thin enough so you are still going to get a certain amount of magnetic adhesion. It's going to go right into the sweet spot and start charging, which is good, but it will fall off if you turn it over. You can also use this with ESR's HaloLock magnetic charger. Works quite well. Again, attaches somewhat magnetically because of the magnets that are in your AirPods 3. No magnets at all in the case, but it does position itself correctly. And notice that you can see the charging light through the case. It's not super bright, but it is visible. Overall, really quite a decent case. Removing this case from your AirPods is a two-part process. First, you need to slide off the top. So go from the back toward the front, not the opposite way, or you'll put undue stress on the hinges. And one of the really nice things that ESR includes with these AirPods cases is this case removal tool. So what you do is push this up into your lightning port, and it just gives you something to press down on when you're pushing off the case. Because sometimes these cases can be sticky and hard to get off. The top is usually easy to get off. The bottom, sometimes not so much. So you put it down on a flat surface and then push down, and then you can pop off the case. Checking this out in a different color, here in the black version. So as you can see, I wasn't able to get the top on quite right on this one, or maybe it's just a little bit more obvious with the black. It's not a huge issue, although I wish I didn't see that little flash of white. Other than that, I think everything is fine. You've got very good usability. You've got a very nice feel in the hand. So let's just check out our charging light with the black version and see whether we're able to see it through here. And yes, you can, but boy, it's pretty dim. So I think it was brighter through the red. The black, you really have to be looking for it, but it is there. And again, it's optional as to whether you want to put that carabiner on there. The carabiner does come with this, but you don't have to put it on there if you don't want to. In terms of drop protection, I'm sure this case is going to give some amount of drop protection to your AirPods, but it is not drop rated, no military standard certification or anything like that. So you do still have to be careful with your AirPods when they're in this case. But I think the fact that you have a nice grippy silicone exterior is going to help keep you from dropping them. And again, I think it's going to provide a certain amount of protection, just not that much. And finally, in white. So really attractive here in white. Keep in mind that this white material is going to pick up smears and get dirty easier than the other colors. And of course, also a lint magnet. And then again, this one's still a little bit crooked. I got it on straighter the first time. The second time I put it on, not as good. So you do have to fiddle around a bit with these cases. Still have the same carabiner option here if you want to put that on. And one of the advantages of going with your white color is you're going to be able to see your LED more clearly. So when you put this to charge, it's definitely easier to see this through the white than the black. And I think that the white is better than the red as well. So moving on to the slightly fancier HaloLock Magnetic Soft Case, we have some slightly different things here. We have this nice little cleaning brush that they include in the case. I guess that this is for the port opening for the case, maybe potentially the port opening for your AirPods. Not really quite sure why this one's included, but it seems like a bonus. And then we have the same carabiner clip, and we have our little removal tool. And then we have an additional little adhesive strip to attach the top of the case onto your AirPods. There's two of these. One of them is already pre-installed in the AirPods case. So looking here in terms of our construction, we have 4 little magnets on here. We also have a slightly more obvious pairing button. The same arrangement here on the side for your carabiner clip. And then rather than just having a translucent area here where your light is going to shine through when you are charging it, you actually have a very small hole. So that's different. And then when you look here at the top of this thing, you can see there is a little sticky strip here. So you need to peel this bit off in order to expose the sticky strip. And this is going to help the cap stay on. So a little bit of a different design here. This, oddly enough, has a looser fit than its cousin. Not sure why. Other than that, they seem quite similar. So putting on the bottom, slides on a lot easier. Not sure if that's going to be a problem longer term. And then looking here at the top, we're going to need to expose the adhesive here first before we put the top bit on. And again, you do have an extra one if this one stops being sticky or you change cases or something like that. It's hard to grip it, but then once you get it, you can peel this off. Now our sticky area is exposed. So this is going to adhere to your actual AirPods. And you're just going to position it and then press it on. Once on, it doesn't look like I got a perfect fit here with the top. We have a slice of uncovered AirPod. Not really crazy about that, but everything works quite well. Looks good. And you do have fantastic visibility for the charging indicator light, so that is great. Got ESR branding here. Material is smoother than the silicone material that we have on the Bounce case. It's not going to give you as much grip, but also not going to attract as much lint. We got our 4 magnets here on the back. They do a great job in adhering to things. And we have a very easy pairing button access here, nice and clicky. This opens well here. When you look at the back hinges, they are exposed, but they have to be because of this design. And then going down here to the lightning port opening, shouldn't have any issue in plugging in most lightning cables. That should be great. Although, of course, this is going to support wireless charging as well as MagSafe charging. So you can use this with a regular Qi wireless charger as well as a MagSafe charger. I don't think you're going to have any difference in charging speed when you use a MagSafe charger as opposed to a regular Qi charger, but you just have a lot more security. I mean, it's on there really quite tight. This is also going to work great with ESR's HaloLock chargers as well. They're also magnetic. It's really a nice charger, by the way. This is their kickstand. Love this charger. So, you know, you can do this. Really kind of awesome. So removing this, I'm going to push it off. So taking this off, there's no adhesive residue or anything like that. It's a little harder to push off than on the other case design, but it comes right off, no problems. And then the bottom of the case, again, is a little bit looser than the others, so it's easier to take off. That's good if you're a little bit phobic about getting your AirPods stuck in a case, but perhaps not as good if you're worried it's going to come out. I actually don't think it's going to come out by mistake. It doesn't seem like it would, but it's just a little bit looser than with the others. Looking at the HaloLock Magnetic Soft Case in blue, putting your AirPods 3 in here again, really a lot easier to slide this into the HaloLock version as opposed to the Bounce version. Gotta peel off this strip to expose the sticky bit on the top. I'm going to do it a slightly different way this time. I'm going to start at the front sort of and go forward. And let's see if that works a little bit better. And I think it did. Much better. Okay, so fine. We may have some user error with the previous installation. Looks great. Again, great visibility here for our charging LED because of the little hole. Everything looks lovely. Nice feel to it. Nice functionality here with the carabiner, although we still have this same kind of cheap metal ring attaching the carabiner on. And again, fantastic MagSafe charging. Again, we've been looking at the Bounce and HaloLock Magnetic Soft AirPods 3 cases from ESR. These are available both from Amazon as well as from ESR, although the pricing is considerably lower if you buy them via Amazon. The Bounce cases come in black, blue, white, red, and purple, and they're priced between $9.99 and $12.99 on Amazon. But if you want the purple case, you're going to have to go directly to ESR, where it's priced at $21.99. The ESR HaloLock Magnetic Soft Case is slightly more expensive at $13.99 to $14.99 on Amazon and comes in blue, black, orange, and red, although you're going to have to go to ESR's site if you want the orange and red versions, where they're going to run you $23.99. Many thanks to the kind folks at ESR for sending me out these samples to review. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments section below, and you might want to hit that subscribe button because I've got a lot of iPhone 13 series accessory reviews coming up. Again, this is Kristen with the Tech Reviewer. Thanks so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.